Burland District Council, Norwich City Council, and South Norfolk Council are working together with Norfolk County Council to prepare the Great Norwich Local Plan. The plan will build on the long-established joint working arrangements for Great Norwich, including strategic planning policies to guide future development. Council bosses say that between now and 2036, they need to provide nearly 43,000 new homes in Great Norwich. While sites have been identified for some 35,000 of these, locations for the remaining 700 must be found.
The main question is, where should all these new homes go? And at the moment there are delineated areas either in the main towns or in what are called service villages, which are villages that have enough infrastructure, shops and doctor surgeries and that kind of thing to support new housing estates essentially. And then there are exceptions where houses can be built in other places that don't meet these criteria if, for example, there's enough local demand. But as I said, the consultation period is closed, but the new plan showing which of those options has been picked hasn't been released yet.
With the increasing population, housing shortage always be a problem in recent years, especially for young buyers. They are facing more pressure. The so-called mom and dad bank has become normal.
It's one of the reasons why we want to move to Norwich is because my children are getting to that age where soon they'll be wanting to buy a house, and in the centre of the UK or just north of London there's no chance of ever buying a house, whereas here we can maybe help them a little bit.
It kind of makes it difficult for even young adults to be able to get onto the market at the moment due to the fact of it, but then also you've got rental prices are kind of going up as well due to the recent changes in the laws for having occupancies in houses, so it's definitely a decrease in the amount of young home buyers who are being forced into living with their parents a bit more, and then if you don't live with your parents you kind of can't get onto the market really.
Well, obviously anybody would rather own their own house, like that's a given, because that means that you can always rely on having a house, whereas currently renting a house, it's, you know that the moment you hit any sort of financial hardships, you're going to be thrown out of that house. You won't have enough money. It also means that after, 20 years, 30 years, you will have nothing to your name. If you're renting a property, you're spending about the same amount of money as you would be spending on a mortgage. It'd be like trying to save up to afford a house and renting at the same time is like paying a double mortgage. It's just not possible with our current funds.
I'm not quite sure why home ownership has reached this kind of heights of desirability, and it's now like a given that you should aspire to own your own house. I'm not quite sure how that became the case in the UK. It certainly isn't the case in many other areas of Europe. In Germany, for example, it's the exception rather than the rule. Most people will rent a house and be quite happy with that, and the money that you would have invested in all this bricks and mortar, you could invest in something else.
In the long run, the Great Norwich Local Plan provides people a chance to own a home. However, the main problem is how to release the pressure of all the house buyer. Home ownership is not only a dream, but also an achievable goal.